Ron Siegel Radio, where we illuminate the path to your personal financial freedom while guiding you to be an informed citizen and community champion. Today, we're excited to bring you a special episode spotlighting American Legion Post 132, an open house. We're going to talk about that. We have two distinguished guests. Victor De La Rosa and Diana Trujillo are here to discuss the importance of veteran communities, the value of the Legion, and how to get involved. Let's explore the spirit of service and the opportunities that await. When is the open house event?
It is June 23rd from 11 to 4.
June 20. So it's a little ways away.
Yeah, a little bit of ways away.
You guys got a little planning to do.
Oh yeah, we're doing a lot of planning. We want to make this a really great event for everybody.
What's the purpose of the American Legion? Tell for because I didn't even know. Well, I don't know a lot about a lot of stuff, but I had no clue about the American Legion, until probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, American Legion, do you know the history of it at all?
I don't.
So the American Legion was established in 1919, right after World War I.
Okay.
Actually, in Paris, France, was the first post. So there's
Paris, France.
Yes. Right.
Wow. Okay.
There's posts all over the world, and it's just used to be you had to be serve in the military as a veteran during a time of conflict. So there were like pockets when we didn't have any conflicts. If you served during that time, you were actually eligible for the American Legion. That changed back in 2019, I think it was 2020, or might have been 2019 when Trump was the president. He changed that.
Okay, so
so now any veteran is eligible for the American Legion.
So you have to be a veteran to be a member.
Yes.
Okay.
To be a Legionnaire. We also have other groups, other families within the American Legion. We have the auxiliary, which are typically the spouses, the daughters, the granddaughters, sisters and brothers of American Legion. You can be part of the auxiliary. Then we have the sons of the American Legion, which are sons and grandsons of veterans. Then we have our riders, which are motorcycle riders you have to be a member of one of the other groups to be a rider.
Okay.
So we have 4 different families at the post, but we all consider ourselves one big family.
Like that.
Yeah. So we
you have to have some sort of a military relation.
Yes. Yes.
So you guys are not allowing Rob Gronkowski to join because he hasn't served. We all know that.
Yeah,
by now.
But we take his support.
You'll let him do commercials for you.
Definitely,
as long as they're volunteer.
Oh yeah.
So basically, anytime you walk into a post, you know that everybody there has got some military.
Usually, you as a member, you're always you can bring guests in that from family, friends, and stuff like that. But you're responsible for your guests when they come in. At every post, and most posts you have to show your card to come in and to be allowed in. There's some posts that you have to be buzzed in to get in. So
wow,
yeah.
So is that what's the reason for that? I should ask. I guess I'll just put it.
Well, it's a private organization.
Okay,
so it's not typically. It's typically you're not open to the public. So to get in, you have to be a member.
So what do you do when you're in?
There's different things. Like at our post, of course, a lot of them will have a bar or cantina or stuff. So
gosh, maybe I'm too old doing lists. I guess I can't get qualifications then. I mean,
yeah.
Bar and cantina. So is it like the Elks where you go into the bar and it's really very, very attractively priced?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're right near the Elks Lodge, so I guess I have to go join the Elks Lodge and not the American Legion. Okay, I get it. So, so is it helping the membership? Is that the idea? Because I know that there's a lot. Unfortunately, I've done too many radio shows talking about they used to tell me it was 22. Now I hear it's 44. That are committing suicide. Is this where a lot of veterans can go and connect with one another?
So we like to try to have resources for veterans if they're in crisis or something like that. We have resources for them to talk to people. We also have a homeless veterans program at our post. So typically, if we have a veteran that is in need, we have resources to help them, and we will help them out as we can. we've helped veterans out with they needed somewhere to stay that night, so we've helped them get a room and stuff like that. So
nice.
yeah, so but it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes, there's veterans that will take advantage of you if you don't watch it. So you just have to.
Well, that's every part of society. But something, I've got to the point in my life, and maybe it's because I'm old, that I look at it and say, something, there is that 5 or 10% of the people that are going to take advantage.
Yeah.
But something, I've got to look out for the 90 anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do get taken advantage of, but the good outweighs the other part.
Yeah. So I've told veterans when they've come into and needed help, I've told them, look, we're going to help you right now, but you have to show me that you're going to be helping yourself. You're going to go
hand up, not a handout.
Exactly. So we want you to do the steps. Follow up on the resources we give you. Make sure you're doing the stuff to get yourself out of the hole that you're in and moving up.
Well, my bet is, and I'm just speaking from the top of my head, that if you're helping somebody get a room and they're having hard times, they could probably do some volunteer work around the post and help clean or paint or fix or whatever.
Yeah, some of them will do that. Some won't. It's just with anything.
Some of everything, right?
Yeah.
But I've always been a big believer. Something I have no problem helping, but it's a two-way street. There's, we can give all kinds of handouts to people that are in need right now, but let them be the ones going and helping clean the streets and whatever else as well. So it's a whole, but that's just a different mindset. Okay, so I don't have to tell Victor and Diana that they're doing a great job, because Tony put that right there in the comments. You guys are doing a great job. Gosh, you guys have a lot of fans today.
But do we?
Kathleen says that she watched what you could.
Okay.
So I'll just throw that out there for you as well.
She's a ringer.
I guess she's got other. What?
That's his wife.
Oh, something? My wife
says
says the exact same thing. She's got better things to do than watch me. It definitely is not going to be listening. Just it is. Oh well. So let's continue our conversation here about American Legion Post 132. They've got an open house coming up. So I guess whenever you do some of these events, the first thing is all of the hard work. Then you get to the fun part, which is about 4 o'clock, June 23rd, will probably be the fun part. But right now it's the hard part. So who gets to deal with all of the finding of the sponsors and all that kind of good stuff?
That's Diana right here.
Oh, that's all your work. Okay, tell me about what you're doing there.
Well, we do work as a team. We have a good committee, but currently we split it up in who knows who has built their relationships throughout their career. So for example, Tony and Victor, they have home lending. They have our home purchasing. They have HVAC. I'm in insurance. So what are the relationships there? Then we have our partners like Park Plaza, where we built a great relationship with them. So they want to be a vendor as well.
What is Park Plaza?
Park Plaza, great question. They are senior living, and it's a very fancy senior living. It's a beautiful place, but it gives veterans and on the community other options when they're want to.
Where are they at? I'm getting closer to being a senior.
Right down the street in Glassell, right off the freeway, near Holy Family Church.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility, but we've done some partnering stuff with them.
And they're in a business that is unbelievably misunderstood.
Yes.
So we've done some radio shows about some of the senior facilities, and most old people like me look at them and say, "Well, that's where you just go to die." And some of these facilities are really where you go to live, because they've got so much to do.
They gave us a tour, and they have an amazing facility, tons of activities. They have some veterans there, so we try to get them involved with our activities. So it's a good organization.
A good match. Nice. Okay, and sponsorships? You guys don't need any money there, do you?
We do need some money. So there are definitely businesses out there. If you can be there, we love sponsorship either way. If you can't be there, but you'd like to help us out, we're going to have different levels of sponsorship: platinum, gold, silver, etc., where you will be recognized in our website, our newsletter, and at the event as well.
Nice. Okay, it's June 23rd.
June 23rd. It's a Sunday, 11 to 4.
Sunday, 11 to 4. And we actually made a link. Josh, do you have that link there? Because I forgot it. I think it's rsrlinks.com/post132. And I'll go right to the website so you can actually learn more about what they're doing at the American Legion. And I looked at their calendar. Well, you guys are busy.
We are busy.
You guys don't have no free time over there. Did I just see bingo go by on my screen here too?
Yeah, we have a bingo. It's typically on a Thursday. I think it's the third or fourth Thursday.
The third Thursday. We try to do different activities. I'm the event coordinator there. If I feel like we need to have a variety of activities, because if we can attract the different types of members, we don't expect every member to come to everything. But hey, if you come to one event, that's a win.
Nice. So tell me a little bit more about what the veterans experience, other than going to play bingo or burger night. You know, I look at all these things: burger night, fish and chips.
It's good.
You guys got a lot of food.
We have a steak night,
taco night.
Yeah. Taco and karaoke, Ron.
Okay, nobody wants to see me singing, so I don't know about that.
Well, maybe after a few drinks, you'll be all right.
it takes more than a few drinks. Poor man's dinner.
So that is on tax day.
Yeah, we're all going to be poor then.
Yeah, so we're giving a spaghetti dinner for
spaghetti with some wine.
I thought it'd be like
garlic
sloppy joes or something.
Yeah. But it's like for $5 or something like that. Is that
$5?
Yeah.
I'm looking at I'm going to tell you yes, Victor. I got the notes in front of me here.
I have so much stuff that I have to go through.
I have that same problem. You know, I got a lot of garbage going through there.
Yeah.
So you know, we might have to put you guys on the spot here in just a minute. So, Josh, I'm going to go to a break. So I'm going to put them on the spot, and I'm going to actually give them a little bit of a heads up as to what I'm going to ask them when we come back. So I'm going to put you really on the spot here. So when we come back, I want you to give me a personal story that talks about what the American Legion and the impact it has on the lives there. So we're going to do that when we come back. We are going to continue our conversation. Victor De La Rosa, Diana Trujillo, American Legion, Post 132. They are here. We're chatting about their open house that's coming up June 23rd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I guess I should be talking about where it's at.
143 South Lemon.
143 South Lemon.
In the city of Orange.
Okay, so that's right over by the Circle?
It is, right off the Circle there.
We love the Circle.
Yeah. We walk out and do stuff in the Circle quite often. So,
do they still have that Wednesday night flag lowering?
They do it. I believe it's once a month now.
Oh, once a month.
Yeah, they don't do it every Wednesday like they were before. But
I didn't know if they were doing it since the motorcycle decided to take out the fountain or whatever that was.
Yep.
They've had 2 car accidents in there.
2 of them.
Yeah, one went through the fountain. So the fountain, they were planning on doing work on the fountain anyways. So it just kind of sped it up. So now they're still working on it.
And still working on it.
Yeah. And then another car went through there and flipped over, and that was pretty horrific.
Ew, not exciting there. People got to watch what they're doing. It's a little crazy there. So, story time on Ron Siegel Radio. I'm gonna hit each. Tell me a some kind of a story that talks about the American Legion, how the Legion can impact lives. Why don't you go ahead, Victor? You start off.
Well, for me,
you're the boss, man. I mean, you got the commander.
Yes, I'm the
commander.
I'm the commander at the post right now. So my 4th year.
I bet your wife doesn't say that though.
she's actually the boss.
That's right. Okay, so you've been married a while then. I'm almost 37 years into a life sentence, so I know who the boss is too.
So I served in the military, and for me,
thank you.
I made a lot of friends there that I talked to. And joining the American Legion just helped me get back and meet a lot of people that are have the same experiences and that I could connect with. So,
I've heard that being someone who did not serve in the military, I can have a conversation with somebody who did serve. I've got a lot of friends that did, but we don't understand.
No.
We have no clue what you guys have seen and experienced, and most of the people that I've come across, they're not really looking to share that.
Yeah.
Other than with one
Yeah,
another.
typically, veterans can talk to other veterans, but they can't talk to anybody else.
Right.
You know, and you'll talk to people, but
It's superficial.
yes, yeah. Veterans understand each other more than anybody else. So
They kind of understand all the facts of what you've gone through in service, as well as what you go through now.
yeah.
Right. We don't understand the things that I mean, I had an uncle that had served, I think, in World War II.
Uh-huh.
And he said still at night, when he passed away, when he was in his, I think, early 80s, something like that. And he said he still wake up startled. And, if there's a loud sound in the middle of the night, he's reaching for a weapon, not for what's going on. And this is
even a lot of veterans, the 4th of July affects a lot of veterans too, the loud noises and the fireworks, they can't deal with it. So.
Something I never thought of that, Victor, because I did, I was on the committee for the 4th of July celebrations in Anaheim Hills for many, many years. And one of the displays that we had there was we always had a display for the Gold Star families, but they always closed up and they were gone before the fireworks started.
Yeah.
So, something, you may have it better now, because in a lot of areas, I even noticed, I think coming up at Angel Stadium, they're getting rid of sometimes fireworks, and they're doing drones. So they're gonna have like 800 drones there doing the show instead of the fireworks. Might make a little bit more settling.
Yeah,
because I'm sure, knowing where the Legion is, and you probably can watch fireworks at the stadium all the time.
It was there or Disneyland.
There or Disneyland. You get them both. Okay, Diana, what's yours? What's your story there?
Well, as you mentioned, Ron, that if you haven't served, you don't know. And I just remember, especially as an adult, when my father was still alive, at family functions or going out, telling me, that we'd hear the same stories over and over. And you're like, yeah, I remember that. And, you laugh, and it's just sharing stuff, and they're embedded in my brain. But when I got involved with the American Legion 3 years ago, I didn't know. I just felt like I know my father better now, because even though he's passed away, I've met other veterans, and you just start to hear their stories. And I feel like it helped me learn more about my father and become a part. And I serve on behalf of his memory. It makes me just, want to give back. I wish I'd known sooner, but I feel like, wow, I get that he could only share certain things, but not everything. And other veterans have helped me realize more that my dad did while he served.
So you're continuing that legacy.
Yes.
That's wonderful. One of the things I've learned over the years of doing the radio show, which is when I really got most involved with chatting with a lot of veterans in a deeper manner, was one of the biggest shortcomings of veterans is never wanting help themselves. So one of the things I constantly remember is, if you don't need some help, bring a friend, bring a fellow veteran to the post, because they might, right? And they're not going to ask either. So if you are a veteran, if you know a veteran, love a veteran, right, bring them, because even though they may not say they need help, they may not say their struggles, when they go to a place like this, which is a home for veterans, there's other people that understand what's going on. So thank you guys for what you're doing. It's really, we appreciate. Obviously, Victor, thank you for your service. What branch?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So thank you for your service. I say on our program all the time, doing a conservative radio show, if it wasn't for the men and women of the military, I couldn't do what I do, because you guys are the ones out there giving us that freedom. And we need to remember that. And one of the things I push all the time is, however you decide to vote, do two things. Number one, get yourself educated. And then there's men and women who gave their lives so we get the right to vote in this country. So get your butt out there after you study and vote. I don't care which way you vote. Well, I do, but go and vote, make your decision based on education, not just based on a letter, a D or an R. Make that decision based on being educated, because there are people that gave their lives for that. So remember, again, I'm going to tell you, June 23rd, 11 to 4. Who do they call if they want to do a sponsorship or participate? How does that happen right now? Because we only got about a minute left.
They can call me. They can call me directly. My number is on the website, on
Okay.
our American Legion website. We also have an email there, which comes to me as well, and we would love to have them.
So are we trying to say here that Victor has the title of commander and you do all the work? Is that what we're saying here, Diana?
He tells me what to do, and then the finance officer writes the checks. I'm like, this is what we need. No.
Okay. So, you know, if you're appreciative of veterans, go and help. All you have to do is go to rsrlinks.com/post132, rsrlinks.com/post132. Do what you can do. Help a veteran. If you can't show up for the open house, okay, send a check. It'll represent you as well as, maybe not quite as well as you being there, but send a check, help our veterans, do everything you can.